My dear child, be still for a moment. This is not an ordinary message arriving at a convenient hour. I am speaking to you now in this very moment, and I declare to you, with the authority of heaven itself, what is about to unfold over your life is not small. This isn't just a comfort. This isn't just a kind word to help you get through another tough night. There is a divine line between what has been and what is now beginning that I am drawing in the Spirit. It is not possible for this season to keep going the same way. Pay close attention. Things that took too long, were too much, were uncertain, made you cry in private, battles that were hard to understand, doors that wouldn't open, and prayers that seemed to go unanswered before they even began. There was a reason for everything that happened, and nothing was wasted. You thought you were living through a long ending, but I'm telling you now that you were during a holy transition. Though you thought you were forgotten, I say over your life that you were marked. You thought the weight had buried you under a stone, but in heaven you were being set apart, sealed, and made ready as a vessel carrying a calling that was bigger than usual. You are not just another person living their life. Right now, I'm putting this truth deep inside your spirit. You have been chosen. You have been chosen, called, and saved for a holy reason. That's why the fight for your life has been so fierce. The enemy doesn't fight this hard against lives that aren't full. It doesn't take this much work, planning, and focused resistance from darkness against someone whose obedience doesn't serve any purpose. What happened to you happened because darkness is afraid of something about you that is dangerous to the enemy's kingdom and can't be replaced. I'm not just coming to comfort you, my chosen child. I'm going to help you move forward. I'm here to break patterns that have been going on for too long. I am going against cycles that tried to shape your life, and I am making them lose. I am going into places that seem dead, closed, and stuck in time. I also say that my timing, not your pain, will be the deciding factor. The old labels are coming off. Things are getting worse for the old season. You can no longer listen to the old voice of fear, rejection, and disappointment when it talks about your future. You've cried enough over what used to be. You've put enough weight below what used to be. You've already asked enough about what used to be below. Now, something from heaven is coming over your life to both warn you and promise you good things. Don't keep thinking like the weak person you were when you only knew how to stay alive. What's coming will need agreement, planning, and the kind of courage that won't give in to doubt. Every once in a while, I whisper and then I scream because the moment is too important to split my attention. The stress you've been under was never proof that I wasn't there. Something had to break open, that much was clear. Before you could open the next door, something had to wake you up. In light of this, normal encouragement is no longer enough for you. It's for this reason that your spirit keeps feeling change even though your life hasn't changed yet. Now I'm telling you that what's coming is better than what you asked for when you prayed out of pain. I'm not making a small fix for your tired heart. I'm getting ready to move. I'm getting ready to split up. I'm getting divine acceleration ready that you won't even be able to deny. I'm about to make the difference between your before and after so clear. Say it out loud. I was chosen, and I will not miss my time. Right now, if your spirit agrees with these words, then hear them clearly. I never lost sight of you in the woods, my chosen child. The one who made you saw every secret battle, every tired prayer, and every night you kept it together in private while looking strong to other people. Not a single tear went away into the darkness without being seen. Every sigh caught my attention. What didn't seem real on earth could be seen clearly in heaven. As much as you felt abandoned, I held you close most of the time. You thought that silence meant distance, but it was never distance. It had depth. It was a holy covering where I do some of the most important work for me. Out of the way of the cheers, the noise, and the thoughts of people who will never understand how heavy what I did for you was. There were times when you saw other people move on, while you stayed in what felt like the same painful chapter. Some people were happy, others showed up. People built. While other people smiled in the light, you stood in the dark and wondered if your name had been forgotten. You meant well for them. You did everything you could to keep your heart clean. Even though it hurt, you smiled. You used the right words. But under all that loyalty, you almost didn't let yourself ask that question. Did you forget about me, Lord? And now I can answer that question with confidence. I didn't forget about you, I promise. I watched over your life even when you weren't aware of it. I kept you alive when you thought you were just about to die. I hid you because what I've marked can't always be shown too soon. Look at Hagar out in the wild. From every human point of view, she was turned down, emptied, and left in a place that looked like it was empty. It looked like everything was done. Everything looked rough. It looked like everything had turned to despair. Still, it was in that dry place that I told her who I was. I didn't get there late. When I got there, her strength was gone, and I opened her eyes to see what was already set up nearby. In this very moment, I speak that word over your life. What seemed to be proof that everything was over could turn out to be the place where I tell you what I planned to do a long time ago. That wild place wasn't sent to hurt you. It got rid of false security. It brought out your deepest need. It set you up for an experience you would never have had if things had been easy. That's why this season hurt you so much. I never just dealt with the surface. I was getting to the roots. I was talking to you about the parts of your identity that were tied to results, people, timing, and your ability to see your success. I taught you to live by my approval instead of other people's approval. I wanted to show you that being thrown away and being hidden are not the same thing. Not getting what you want is not the same as being denied. Being broken in front of me is not the same as being left by me. As soon as all support from earth is taken away, some of the clearest signs that I am close show up. And when it looked like everything else was going to fall apart, my voice was the only thing that kept you standing. Heaven doesn't use the same units as the rest of the world. People who keep praying, even when it doesn't seem to be working, are watched over by heaven. Heaven sees those who still kneel, even though they can't see a reward. People who refuse to let anger settle in their hearts, even when disappointment has every reason to do so, are seen by heaven. That was the sacrifice you kept secret. You haven't been doing nothing. You've been changing into someone. You have been shaped into a vessel that doesn't break when outside comfort goes away. You have been learning to trust me when I don't answer, listen to me when there are no answers, and stay true when no one else does. It costs something to shape things that way. It's not made when things are easy. It is made in the middle of nowhere. It is made by the tension. It's made when pride goes away and real dependence starts. So no, heaven hasn't forgotten about you. Heaven has been working with you too closely, on purpose, and with too much care to leave you now. What you call waiting, I call a holy moment. A holy process was going on during what felt like a harsh pause. I didn't just stand there and do nothing because I didn't have anything to say. You were kept there because I had to deal with something important right then. You told me to move, but I was getting stronger. You asked for the door, but I was making the person who could go through it without breaking down afterward. Say, I trust. If you think the wilderness was getting you ready for something bigger, I need you to understand something about God's timing that most people miss. The seasons I choose never have no meaning. There is no chance that I will put you through hard times while you wait for the real blessing to start. Every season has lessons to teach. Every secret spot has a lesson that you can't learn in public. Moses was in the desert for 40 years, not 40 days. During those years, a man who had learned all of Egypt's wisdom was taught something that no palace could ever give him. What it means to know my voice, how I provide, and the weight of real humility. Those 40 years did not stop God from calling Moses. They were the most important things that made that calling possible. Moses would not have been the same person he was in front of Pharaoh without them. A man who can talk well, but doesn't have the depth to lead a nation across the sea. This is what I'm telling you, because the depth that is growing in you now is what will separate your past from your future. A lot of people have breakthroughs, but then lose them because their inner life couldn't handle what heaven sent them. That is not going to happen in your life. I am working on the inside of someone so that they can carry what heaven is about to give them. Walk in power without getting corrupted by it. Receive favor without getting proud. And walk through open doors without forgetting who opened them. This is some of the most thoughtful work I've ever done. And it has been happening in the peace of your hidden season, when you're not performing and when you're giving in fully. This pattern can be seen in Joseph. Even though I gave him a dream, it didn't come true right away. At first there was the pit, then there was betrayal, then slavery, then false accusations, and finally jail. From the outside, Joseph's whole life seemed to be a mess. The process seemed to say something different from what was promised. The word meant to raise. His situation suggested that he was locked up. But none of those dark places meant the dream was over. They meant that heaven was very interested in the dream. I wouldn't put Joseph in charge while his pride, immaturity, pain, and reactions that hadn't healed stayed the same. Prison was not proof of being rejected. It showed that they were ready. In the same way, what felt like chains around your life was often just my mercy not letting you go too soon. There were doors that you begged for that would have hurt you. Some people you begged to stay with you would have made you less obedient and less smart. You thought there were perfect times, but they would have bound you to a weaker version of yourself that couldn't handle what is coming now. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site, you are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. Because of this, I let some things get away from you. It wasn't because I was mean, but because I was clear. Because I cared about your future enough to refuse to give in to your impatience. There was no point in waiting. Inside, your life was getting in line with the scope of your calling there. Some desires had to be cleaned up. Some false ideas had to go away. Some links between dependencies had to be broken. I wasn't just putting off something. I was changing a vessel, which is very deep and purposeful work. I don't move in pieces when I finally say, move. I'm strong when I move. The Jordan River stood in front of Joshua's people, but it wouldn't open while they stood on the shore and looked at it. When the priest moved forward, the water changed. That's how I work most of the time. I wait until obedience can be seen. I wait for faith to do something. I'll wait until you stop asking for proof before moving forward and decide to do so because I spoke. Because of this, the next season will need a different version of you. Not the one that makes deals with fear. Not the one that puts off each step until there is no longer any doubt. Not the one that says yes in prayer but no in real life. The suddenness of God doesn't come to make you laugh. This test is meant to see if your spirit is ready to move at the speed I tell it to. That's why heaven has been working so hard on you. You would have thought this speeding up was pressure if it had come too early. This is the answer you were praying for. But now I'm getting you ready to notice my movement when it happens. Suddenly, you may have one conversation, one chance, or one divine connection that seems simple but changes the course of your whole life. Heaven won't slow down to let people hesitate. I'm leaving, and I want you to leave with me without looking back and with courage. Say, I receive this. Today is the day to start moving like heaven. And as you move into this speeding up, I am talking about every part of your life. No part of your life will be in bad shape, while another part is doing well. I'm working on the whole building. I'm touching your provision, your health, your calling, your daily needs. And the places you don't want to talk about because you were afraid nothing would ever move again. Some people have been sad about love. Others have been sad about not having enough, being tired, having dreams that have been put off, and having a purpose that used to shine brightly, but feels buried under the weight of survival. I promise you that none of those areas are hidden from me. It has been seen in every closed space. Every place that was late has been measured. Every weak spot is still in my control. I am the God of the whole house, not just one room. I am the God who fixes everything carefully and precisely, so no area is left untouched by my goodness. Think about Zarephath's wife. She was holding on to a little bit of what she had left, getting ready for what she thought would be the end. But lack did not have the last word when my word got to her there. I didn't just make her feel better for one day. I helped her get through a whole season that should have been too much for her. That's how I do it. First, I rebuild trust. You should stop bowing down to things that don't seem to have any meaning and start responding to what I say. It was never just about resources for many of you when provision was late. The point was to teach your spirit not to put stability above obedience. For many, the reason they took so long to heal wasn't just their bodies. The point was to show hidden tiredness, grief, and patterns of behavior that couldn't be left alone until the next season started. For many, the reason they didn't call sooner wasn't because they missed their chance. It was because I wouldn't let you build on the wrong base, in the wrong place, with intentions that still needed to be worked on. You wanted the big break, but I wanted things to be in order. You wanted the answer, but I wanted things to line up. You wanted the door to be open. But I was fixing up the inside so that you could stand up after going through it. What I'm not telling you is not meant to hurt you. I'm organizing, fixing, and getting ready to share what fits my life's purpose. In addition, I'm giving your spirit a new level of discernment. There are a lot of voices around you that want to speak to your soul. Voices that talk about hopelessness, inadequacy, and being limited. I say those voices are no longer heard over your life. It's not because problems will go away. It's because I want you to be able to hear my voice over all the others. You should move forward when I call you, not backward. My voice doesn't sound empty. It has a purpose. You hear my voice and remember that your story isn't over yet. Every word I speak has the weight of eternity. Every tone has the heart of a father, and every statement has the authority of heaven. Listen to that voice and follow it. Make it louder inside you than all the fears, accusations, and whispers of not being good enough that have tried to change who you are. The voice that guides your decisions is the one that you agree with most of the time. As I teach you, I want you to agree with me, to wake up every day and let my words be the first thing that you look at, to face problems and immediately turn back to what I said instead of what the situation is screaming. You are now developing that spiritual reflex. It will be one of your best weapons in every season from now on. Now I have to talk about the war you've been through, because you need to understand it correctly. What hurt you was never random or unimportant in terms of how bad it was. What made the pressure feel like it was aimed at someone? It felt strange to be so tired. It felt like the sadness was worse than usual. It looked like the battle started from all sides at the same time. This is because emptiness doesn't make the enemy feel the strongest. When something important is being built, darkness moves in. Get to know Nehemiah. Right as he started to rebuild the wall, strong opposition showed up. The fight did not show that he was against my will. It showed that he was making threats against something the enemy really wanted to be destroyed. The war got worse because restoration was getting better. Because the building was being rebuilt, the attack got stronger. Some of what you went through was more than just sadness. It was planned interference, confusion at key moments, exhaustion at key moments, offense at key moments, temptation at key moments, and a strong desire to pull away right when I told you to stay alert. But I'm putting this truth into you right now. There are times when pressure doesn't mean failure. When you are under a lot of pressure, you may find yourself next to a building project that the enemy already sees and fears. Even though there were more threats, Nehemiah didn't stop building. He kept going, being more careful. One hand did the work and the other stood by. That's the position I'm making you take. I'm putting discernment where innocence used to be. What you used to break quickly, I'm making strong. In the place where the enemy tried to make things fall apart, I am building authority. I think you should make a statement if you know that the war has been confirming your fate, instead of changing it. I'm now going to talk to you about covenant. The things I'm planning in the area of deep connection are not just quick fixes. It's about covenant. It has to do with alignment. This is about who will be there for you when the weight of your calling makes itself clear. Being late in this area was never a sign that you were not wanted. It was proof that heaven wouldn't give you over to something that couldn't carry out the task it had given you. Ruth did not just happen to walk into Boaz's field. What looked normal on the outside was actually a divine arrangement on the inside. I was already putting together covenant, provision, and protection long before they could see the whole picture. You live your life in the same way. You're not being told to look for the real thing. You are getting ready to see what I have planned. If you make the wrong connection, it can make it harder to discern, mess up your identity, hurt your prayer life, and tie your future to someone who can't follow me where I'm taking you. That's why some doors shut so hard that they shocked you. It wasn't always a threat. Often, it was to save. Sometimes it was my mercy that stopped what your emotions were ready for, but your fate could not handle. I'm not rushing through this story for you. I'm looking out for a covenant that has to be strong enough to handle war, purpose, sacrifice, obedience, and honor. I have been working on them too, facing immaturity, revealing patterns, and cleaning up motives while I have been working on you. Don't call it absence when heaven says it's getting ready. Don't call it rejection. I'm calling it safety. This is it, my chosen one. You have to do something that will make this moment a point of no return in your spirit. I want you to put a weight of gold on the altar of this kingdom work and give up some of what you have in your hand as a clear sign of trust. Not as a transaction, but as a holy decree, a statement to heaven that your obedience to me is no longer based on your fear of losing something. When you let go of what you have, you make room for what I have. The widow put what looked like her last piece into the storehouse of my work. And what looked like a lack turned out to be plenty in my hands. Put your share of the provision on the altar of this kingdom assignment today and watch as gates that are closed start to move. Your lamp's oil will not run out. The building with your name on it is already ready to go. And this act of giving up becomes the key that lets you in. I will show how much trust you have in me by how I answer. Many parts of your life are on the verge of a sudden change. A divine sudden is when the timing of heaven meets your obedience. It's the moment when years of waiting in silence and secret preparation start to show themselves in the form of movement, all at once. So fast that even the person who prayed for it is surprised. Things that haven't changed in years can start to change in just 1 week. This isn't making things up. This is how I get back time I lost. I squeeze what seemed like it would take forever into moments of divine release. But pay close attention. It's impossible to stay frozen by old hurts when the door opens. When the river splits, you can't keep talking in the language of the season that it was closed for. When I say now, you can't answer with the same doubt you had yesterday. I'm going somewhere, and I want you to go with me. Moving forward with courage, determination, and no turning back. I'm setting up new connections that will help you reach your goal. I'm starting conversations in places you haven't thought of. I'm setting up divine intersections, times when one conversation, one chance, or an unexpected meeting can turn everything around. Watch out. Pay attention. Don't give up. because what I put out this season doesn't always come with news and celebrations. Most of the time, my greatest gifts come in the form of everyday events. A meeting that seems to happen by accident. A set of instructions that look easy. It's like a door that opens quietly and takes you somewhere you've never been before. Now I'm going to talk about bringing back your joy, because in my kingdom, joy is more than just a feeling. It's strength. It's a weapon. As of now, it is still true. It is one of the strongest testimonies in the world when my people walk in genuine joy, even though their circumstances should make them sad. It says without words that they are held by something that the world can't explain. That something keeps them going that makes no sense in the world. Their problems aren't as big as that something inside them, and that something is stronger than all the things that tried to break them. I'm that thing, and I'm making you happy again, my chosen one. Not as a show or to hide grief that hasn't been dealt with, but as a real, deep river that flows from where you and I meet. It will start off slowly. In the morning, the weight feels lighter than it did before. At that moment, something normal feels beautiful all of a sudden. A day when you realize lots of time has gone by without the usual weight on your shoulders. You are shocked to see that the weight is gone. That's how my restoration usually works. It's not always through thunder, but through a slow, beautiful sunrise. Inside your spirit, a new language is taking shape. Not the language of lack, confusion, or just getting by. A new language of assurance, promise, and firm trust that you are held by someone who can't fail. This is a new story that I am writing in your heart. The old story that you were too broken, too late, too normal, or too overlooked is no longer true. Someone is writing a new story. One that tells the truth about what you carry and who you are. You were picked as a vessel before the world was even made. This generation really needs people like you to bring them light. You build things that will last longer than you do. You are a testimony that is still being told, not a finished monument, but a story that is still being told and whose most exciting parts are yet to come. That should be the story you tell when old voices come back. What you say and how you think about it should become your confession until the evidence around you matches the truth. I've already told you. Now I'd like to talk about the gift that is hidden in your story. The story that has sometimes been hard to carry. Every experience you've had, every valley you've been in, and every time of grief, confusion, and loss was not for nothing. As a God, I use pain to make things happen. I take the broken parts of things that didn't work and put them together to make something new. From prison, where he had been hurt and left alone, the Apostle Paul wrote that all things work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his plan. He made that statement without any doubt because he knew what I'm about to tell you. The reason I give each person's life is strong enough to turn any situation, no matter how bad, into a chance to grow and share my story. Your story isn't a flaw. When I hold it, it becomes one of your best qualities. Most of the time, the places where you suffered the most are also the ones where you will have the most power. Most of the time, my light shines brightest where I've been hurt the most and left the deepest scars. Through the scar, not because of it. I'm putting this truth into you right now. Your past is not a list of mistakes that you need to hide. It's a record that will help other people get through the valleys you've already been through. Because I carried you through them. I need you to hear something about who you are, specifically. The false selves that have been built up over the years of bad, things that have happened to you, and things that people have said about you. Names you got from people in your past did not come from me. They said you were not good enough, unstable, too much, not enough, hard, forgotten, and normal. But I was the one who named you. I am the one who made you. I am the one whose opinion counts the most. With the voice of the one who created everything, I tell you now, you are enough. You've always been enough. Not because of what you've done or how well you've done, but because of what I put inside you before you took your first breath. I don't want you to feel this truth right now. I want you to take it in, keep it, and come back to it whenever the old names try to take back their place. Because something powerful starts to happen when you keep choosing my truth over what everyone else thinks. Those fake names lose their power. The real you, the one I've always seen and called forward, starts to show up with a confidence and clarity that even you don't expect. What I'm doing in your life is also linked to people from other generations. What I'm letting out through you isn't just for you. It has a flow that will go on through the lives of those who come after you. Your kids, your spiritual kids, and the people around you who are watching how you act during this time of getting ready. When you walk through the door with faith instead of fear, when you refuse to pass on the wounds of your own, waiting to the generation behind you, even when your gut tells you that the timing isn't clear, you are doing something spiritually powerful for every life connected to yours. The blessings I send to a life that stays true, even when things get tough, don't just stay with that life. They spread out. They make fresh paths. They break patterns that have been passed down through families and bloodlines for many generations. This is not just your hour to stand up for yourself. You're standing for a history. You are about to make a big step forward that will help change the story for people who come after you. That's why this moment is so important. That's why heaven is so excitedly watching. There are some things I want to say about the steady little steps that found you here. The quiet things they did to obey that no one saw. The prayers you said even though you didn't want to. The praise you spoke even though it cost you something real. I've been there for all of those times. Not a single prayer got lost. Not a single act of loyalty went away without a reason. I've been collecting them like treasure, putting them away, building them up, and getting ready for the day. I was going to open the warehouse and let out what had been stored there. Now that day has come. Now is the time of year for coming back. It wasn't a small reward or just a thank you for being loyal, but a return that is rich and full of everything you gave in the hidden place. I promise that you will harvest with joy what you planted with tears. What you planted in secret will be seen. What you said out of faith in private will be heard by everyone. Also, I tell you today, don't be afraid of small starts when they come up. When the first signs of movement show up, they might not mean everything I said they would mean yet. An open door might be quiet. An offer may come in a simple way at first. Don't judge those starts by how big they are. Use the hand behind them to measure them. The beginning of what I'm letting into your life already holds the whole of what will come next. What looks small today is the start of something great. What seems simple today is the start of something that will last. Take these new beginnings with the same faith that got you through the desert, and watch how quickly they grow into the fullness I always wanted them to be. Now, my chosen one, I want to talk about your calling, the important goal I set for you before you were born. The job is something that only you can do. That call has never been taken away. It's still going after failure. Seasons of chaos haven't taken it away. It doesn't matter what other people think about it, because they've never understood it. I am right now gaining a new understanding of who you are in your spirit, not based on what you've done or what other people think of you. A name that comes from what I say about you. You are loved very much. You were chosen with care. Because you are unique, you were made for this very moment in history. Everything about you, your voice, your story, your scars, your wisdom, your gift has been saved for this moment. You didn't show up too late. The people who need what you carry were born at the same time as you. Don't back off now. Don't let the fact that you're almost there cause you to finally give up. More often than not, the fact that the fighting gets worse at the threshold shows that you are there. Do not give up. Do it. Go through the door. I'm going to open up for you. You will not recognize the life on the other side from the life you have been living. In that life, my promises won't just be things you hear from afar. They become real things that you live with every day. There were times this season when you almost gave up. There have been times when the weight got so heavy that letting go of everything seemed like the only thing that would make sense. When you were on the edge of your faith and could see yourself giving up, I remember those times. I was there for all of them. In all of them, something inside you kept holding on. The thread would not come loose for some reason. That wasn't just your strength. I had the other end of the thread in my hand. That was me being faithful and not letting you give up. I kept you here, so you're still here. It's because I helped you stay standing when all of your own strength had left you. Now, the same faithfulness that got you through the darkest nights is leading you into the brightest dawn you've ever seen. The change is still going on. It's taking place right now, right now. I'm already putting out what has been planned. I work for you already in places you can't see yet. I'm already calling you by your name in places you haven't been yet. With the careful precision of a master builder, getting close to the final reveal, I am already lining up people, resources, and opportunities. Listen to these last words and let them sink in to every part of you. You have been loved by me since the beginning of time. A love that knew your name before your parents did. A love that saw every part of your life and still picked you. While I was calling you, I knew all of your flaws and did it because I knew what I could do in and through you. Today, that love won't change. That love is the solid base on which all the promises I've made over you rest. We haven't forgotten about you. You are not left alone. You are not forgotten. You are not out of the running. It's not too late. You're not badly hurt. You are not too far away for me to heal you. I belong to you, and you belong to me. And now we're all stepping into the fullness of what I've planned. Your long, sought-after horizon is no longer a faraway dream. It's becoming the base for your next move. Do that thing. I'm right next to you. You haven't even begun to imagine how much better, fuller, more meaningful, and happy your life will be with me. Your story doesn't end here. Now we're entering the part of the story where everything I said would happen does. Come forward, my chosen one. You can now forget about the old season. You can see the start of the new season. And I have the power of heaven to speak over your life. The job is done. The waiting, the wondering, and the getting lost in the woods. The fullness, purpose, and life I always planned for you are now starting. It's your turn now. Now is your chance. This is your yes. I'd like to talk to you about rest, my chosen one. Not the sleep you get, when you're really tired, but the deep spiritual rest you get when you know you are held. I want you to experience a deeper level of rest than you have ever had before this season. Not the other kind of giving up, where you don't care what happens. That's not the rest of resignation, where you give up hope to avoid more disappointment. That's the rest of full trust. The rest of a child who puts their hand in their dad's and is sure that wherever he leads them is good, safe, and right. That kind of rest is not the same as not working or doing anything. It's not worrying about what will happen. It is the freedom to do your best work without having to deal with results that you didn't really have any say over. What happens is up to me. I'm in charge of time. I'm in charge of heaven's doors, people, resources, and open windows. You are responsible for being loyal. You are responsible for obeying. Your job is to bring the best of yourself, leave the rest up to me, and then really rest deeply, knowing that I am finishing what I started in you. Take a moment to rest now. Let it settle over you like water running over a stone that has been pressed together for years and made smooth. It can help ease the stress in your shoulders, chest, and the part of your mind that has never stopped trying to figure out what's wrong. I'm here even when you're sleeping. I am in charge. I stick by you. You can rest in me. This is not a faraway voice. I'm here. I have to work. I've been involved with every part of the story I'm writing for you. I know how many hairs are on your head. That's right. I know how heavy your grief has been. I know the exact words that hurt you the most. I know the dreams you stopped having because having hope and being disappointed at not seeing them come true became too much for you to handle. And I know the exact and right time when everything will change. You are being led to that moment right now. Not next year, not in the far future, where it seems safe because it's still a long way off. At this time of year and in this hour, things are already moving in the unseen realm. What your physical eyes can't see yet is already set in stone in your spirit. The door is open already. The breakthrough has already been said. All of a sudden is already moving forward. And I can promise you that you will remember this moment when it becomes clear. When you were listening, and something in your spirit understood what heaven was saying, you will know that this was the moment when everything changed. This marked the edge. Now was the time you chose to believe again. Everything started when that choice was made. My chosen one, I want to talk to you directly about how tired you are, because I can see it. You've been strong for a long time. You've had to carry weights that were never really yours. You were the one who was there for other people, even though you were having a hard time yourself. It was you who kept going even though everything around you told you to stop. I'm not here to make you feel better about how tired you are or tell you to keep going. This is the end of the time when you had to carry everything by yourself. The time of pushing yourself to do your best is ending and a new one is beginning. A time for moving in mine. Where you've been tired, I'll bring you new energy. I am restoring you in a way that goes deep into your spirit, where you have been worn out. I am giving you a divine supply that doesn't come from anywhere on earth to fill up where you have been running low. It was never meant for you to be this worn out. You were made to have a full life. For the kind of growth that makes people around you notice and ask what's different. That growth is what is coming. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our faith community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to still souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. At this very moment, I am giving your vision new life. I'm bringing back desires you put down because they hurt too much. I'm giving you back the power to hope. It's not a weak and cautious hope that gets ready to be let down. It's a strong, steady hope that is based on my character and the truth of what I say. I am getting rid of things that are no longer useful. I'm bringing new life and fresh air to places where things felt heavy because people were tired. I'm doing it right now. I'm setting a new level of expectation in your heart. Hope has been in the back of your mind for too long. Carefully, something came up behind them, like a wound that wasn't fully healed. Not wanting to touch the hurt area, you learned to hope quietly, almost in secret, because being let down in the past taught you that loudly hoping only made the silence feel louder when answers did not come. But I'm telling you now that being cautious is no longer necessary. I'm no longer telling you to hope carefully. I want you to have faith in yourself. Please raise your eyes to the full size of what I have prepared. Don't make the promise so small that it feels safe. Stop limiting your expectations to what makes sense to your human mind. What seems reasonable is not the only thing that limits my provision. My timing isn't limited by what seems possible. Not only that, but the life I planned for you is bigger than the dreams I planted in your heart. It is the finished, perfect expression of everything I had in mind when I made you. Raise your hopes to match what I said I would do. Allow your heart to receive the fullness and move forward knowing that the person who spoke it has the power to make it happen. Say, Amen, if you're ready to move forward in faith today. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits. You are about to enter your divine future, but remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now, join the family, and see your heavens open.